Are you cold calling in sales? Trying to get through to decision makers? Well, when you do get through to a decision maker, I'm going to share with you the 3 things you must do at the very start to get off to the best possible start. Stay tuned. Let's look at the 3 things that you must do that will get you off to the best possible start when you're calling and getting through to a decision maker to introduce your services. So here it is. Step number 1 is match their volume. Now let me explain what I mean by that. I was coaching a girl who was on the phones. We were live listening in and she was waiting on this decision maker coming to the phone. So she'd got past the gatekeeper and she's just sitting there waiting. And the decision maker came on the phone, quite a loud guy, can't remember his name, let's just say it was Steve. And he went, "Hi, Steve speaking." The girl went, "Oh, hi Steve, this is Kelly from blah, blah, blah." Total mismatch right away. He's loud, she's very quiet. You have to match their volume. So even if the decision maker is quiet, then you have to become a little bit more quiet as well if you're loud. So step number 1, match their volume for instant connection. Step number 2, is have your introduction prepared. Have it prepared. Practice it a few times. Don't be going on there just absolutely winging it. Have your introduction prepared. Have a good statement. Sound professional in your tone. And then, most importantly, tell them why you're calling, etc. But most importantly, finish your statement, your introduction, with an open question, which will engage the decision maker in conversation. And an open question being they can't answer it with yes or no. So a nice open question. What, who, what, when, where, why, how, these kind of things. So I want you to think about this 3 steps. Match their volume, have your introduction prepared and ready, and finish it with an open question. Now these are just 3 little tips. There's loads and loads of stuff we could talk about with regards to cold calling. And another thing is I don't believe in cold calling. You have so much information out there nowadays, you shouldn't be cold calling. You should at least take a few minutes to, and people say, well, a few minutes, you add it up over the day and everything like that. Well, I can counter that as well because I worked with a guy who, against all the things of the company, would prep his stuff in the evening for the cold calling session. They had specific hours when they were cold calling. And he would prep his calls, he would look at the companies, he would look at the names of the decision makers, etc. Yes, he put in extra hours to do so, but let me tell you what happened. The next day, in the cold calling hours, everybody's doing, say, 60, 70 calls. He was doing about 40, and he was getting the best results. Because he had their names, he had the preparation already and waiting. He was taking a different approach in the phone compared to all the rest who were just smashing through the phones. So, let me get back to the 3 steps. Step number 1, match their volume. Step number 2 is have your little introduction prepared. And step number 3 is make sure you finish it with an open question. I hope this has helped. Put it into practice, and remember, you have to practice things with a sustained period of time. Not just trying something out once or twice and it doesn't work and get back to the old habits. So, hope this has helped. Speak to you soon.